Aloha people, this is your boy Gerald. It is literally on the last, I want to say 96 hours. And then the journey back to Hawaii begins. So since I've been here for the last 2 weeks, it's been very introspective. You know me, gotta have my opportunity to embrace the elements. So today the sun's out, as well as gives me some opportunities to bring the camera out, which I did. I did bring my camera out. You don't see it because it's in my pocket, but I do have it. So I wanted to get some B-roll footage while I was here. I will tell you, since me arriving back in Virginia, there's been a lot to take in a short period of time, but I'm grateful because I can truly tell you this. It is very important that you make a point to embrace your life. Why do I say that? Because we waste too much time in being distracted on things that really have no value, that really have no merit, and it's still our responsibility how we compartmentalize the things that make up our day to day. So one of the things that I wanted to do early was I wanted to come out in the morning. I took pictures of this fountain that's in our town center here in Virginia Beach to be precise. And I wanted to make sure so that once I had the beat footage, I can incorporate that and have a full collage as I'm turning around and add whatever decided music I'm going to put behind it. The one thing that I have learned since I've been back, and I went down to the ocean front, I went to and fro. I even went on and stopped through places that I once was at. Because at one time, this used to be a very, very heavy influence in my life. So I had to come back. And while doing so, there was a lot of things that I took in that normally I could truly say, looking back, I took for granted. Wholeheartedly took for granted. And I'm here to tell you, you cannot allow things that do not bring the best you to consume you. And I'm going to tell you what, looking back, I realized the things that had the most impact, the most value. Even there were some times while I was here that I can truly be transparent and say there were sticking points. I am grateful. Why am I saying that? Because far too many times we allow the things we do not understand, the things that we wish to control, the things that we want to put accent or emphasis on, to totally leave us not where we should have been to begin with. But all in all, I can truly say one thing is evident. Your life is always under review. There's always opportunity to grow. And there's always an opportunity to find beauty in the most simplistic things around you. If you stop, if you take note, if you allow yourself to just be. That is for someone. Now, granted, I can tell you, I made a point over the weekend to go down to the ocean front. They had a art festival going on. They had local creators, and You're going to see that real soon when I actually sit down and put all this stuff together. But you know what? Oh yeah, and I also have a funny story that I'm going to share with you guys about when I initially came, my travels. Just as I will wrap this up, when I go back, sometimes you got to smile through it. Even when you may feel insecure, even when you think you might have a conclusion on what you perceive, let me tell you what, all it does is define, it just helps define how unique and how important it is for you to live your life. That's for somebody. So how you doing, family? You doing well? I hope so. I look forward to making it back on the island real soon. Now I will say, the one thing that I noticed when I first came back to the area is, and it was something I thought I would never miss, and that was the foliage. Because this is fall, the weather is changing, as well as is making room for things that normally you wouldn't get to see. Now, another thing that I noticed is, well, how can I say this? The underlining desire for validation. And why I say that would amaze you, because I notice in people's day-to-day, there's still an underlying desire, perfect strangers, to want to be acknowledged, even when exhibiting bad behavior. You said, what do you mean by that, Drew? I'm just saying, it's like a social desire for appreciation, so to speak. And even though these examples were being put out there, as daunting as it may have been, I took that as a teachable moment for myself. Because the one thing that, for me, when I was here, coming back, it made me wonder, did I also have that same mindset? Did I carry those same belief systems? Did I have underlining what was it that was causing me to react in the manner that I may have? Because I remember, a couple years back, I would hear people say, hey, you come off a little arrogant at times. But it wasn't until relocating, transitioning with my life, embracing my challenges, determined to, well, one thing for certain, I've always strived to live the best life I could and be the best example as a man. And I've also come to learn in this process that from a social standpoint, your understanding might not match up with somebody's perception of you. But even with that being said, the one thing that was very evident for me that I internalized was, and I found myself echoing this, family, you do understand, no matter what is being offered, what is being presented to you, it's not your responsibility how it is given. It's only your responsibility how you receive it, how you react to it, and how you respond. Because deep down inside, that is nothing but a longing for some type of validation for what may be your insecurity. And I realized truly, that all they did was make me want to reassess how I'm doing things and how I would want things to play out in my life in the future. So it was definitely a teachable moment. Definitely an opportunity to say, hey, here's a gem. Acknowledge what is being shown. Take what you need, release the rest. Because at the end of the day, some people's challenges have nothing to do with you. Some people's demands for themselves or their level of expectation may not even have anything remotely to do with you. But you know what, not to get too spiritual on you, the one thing I've also learned is this: no matter what is offered in your perception, in your day-to-day, the one thing I notice about the Most High, He will position you to see it for free. And guess what? If you're in a place of transparency with yourself, you'll acknowledge it and learn from it, even though it may not have nothing to do with you, because nothing is wasted. That's for somebody. So I'm gonna smoke me one more cigarette because it is kind of cold out here. I look forward to that Hawaiian sun back into my reality and everything that comes with it. But more importantly, I look forward to communicating with each one of you in the intended time, intended moment, as it is supposed to be. Why? Because you're blessed, for one. Number two, you have one life. And three, your life is not meant to be caused of delay, suffrage, or distraction. At the end of the day, He is the greatest architect, but it's us to make sure it is fulfilled. I love each and every one of you. Look forward to talking to you real soon. And yeah, I'll make sure that I put some B-roll of my flight back to the island real soon. So until then, you guys have a blessed day, and always place God first in everything you do. Peace.